Welcome back to the next part of my little series about the incredible Vimix VJing software under Linux, Ubuntu. We left off after we compiled the program and made a first run, and this is just exactly where I'm going to hop into now. So, starting Vimix from the terminal, just like that, enter. Yeah, okay, this is fairly common. So now you cannot see a lot because the output window was in full screen mode of the display that I'm recording here. So maybe it's just a good idea to start with with the output interface. So as you can see, I'm trying to get from left to right to explain everything, and we are going to start with this little window. Just like with other softwares, it's a pretty good idea to keep the shortcuts in mind. This makes you rather fast in handling Vimix, and as you can see, there's hovering over the buttons nearly always gives you hints on how to control the UI with your keyword. So for displays, it would be F5. So and this is what it looks like. Having a right mouse, you can. This is in every part of the interface. With a right click and move of your mouse, you can just move. You can move around, so just like here. As you can see, I have two displays set up on my system, and at the moment the output window of Vimix is on the screen that I'm recording, and it's a good idea in Vimix to look out for these little menu buttons because they normally give you a pretty good overview on the most necessary things to do. So just with this output window, there would be some options to go full screen on display 1 or 2, or have the window mode. This is what I'm using right now. You can make this borderless, so maybe oh yeah, a good feature, by the way, you cannot move this this window on your screen. I think this is perfect for venues because you're not about to mess up your setting within on the display. So you have to go in here and move the window wherever you want to. You can rescale it just by drag and drop these little arrows here, or you can use, as I said, use these predefined functions. So fit all displays. I'm not going to do this because this would put my output window over all my displays I've set up, and everything would go black. So just to know what this function is. Restore aspect ratio. This would mean if you have set up set up Vimix to put out in 16 by 9 or 4:3 or whatever aspect ratio, it would just go back to this ratio, but with the size that you set up. So yeah, this is what it just did. You can rescale to pixel size. Pixel size here is shown as 1920 by 1080 in my case. But what I would do, so reset shape would mean somehow going back to full screen, but only in my case, because my computer display is the same size as the output is here. Reset white balance. I have to admit that I have never used it so far, but it tells me somehow that that you can change the color temperature. Having a look at this icon, yeah, exactly, would mean that you can change color temperature. If you're not familiar with these terms, just don't care for the moment. Maybe we get back to this later. I will leave it as it is at the moment, and we'll go with a windowed borderless mode. Rescale it a little, put it up on the right corner over there, so we can have a look at some other features. Besides this little menu, you have another menu over here on the top of the screen. So if you need more output windows, not only one but a second one, you could just click on this plus sign. So there would be another one. As you can see, you can just do the same things with it, like I told you before. And if you don't need it anymore, you could just click the minus sign. Yeah, get rid of it. Okay. So as soon as you select one of the output windows, you have other options. So this would be custom fit. Well, I'm not going to tell you when to use it. I think you will, if you're doing some visuals or whatever in venues, you will come across this. You could deform your output, but for now I'm not going to do this. I'm going to reset the custom fit. I'm not using it at the moment. So test pattern, always good if you're about setting up your venue or whatever. Don't need it at the moment. And the white balance. Okay. This is about the coloring stuff. I'm not going into that at the moment. Here you have the chance to just recolor or retint your whole output window. For example, if your projector, your beamer is, for whatever case, set to a very blue colorish mode or red, you could adjust that here. Okay, I'm not going to use it now. Just close it for the moment. Okay, so black window is spectacular, right? No, it isn't, but it will be soon. So Vimix, just want to show you, Vimix has some neat built-in tools that you can get here. So everything has shortcuts. Try to keep these in mind. Makes you faster. Like display. Okay, somehow the same that you have here is in a very compact way given here, but with additional features. So you could go for preview here. Oh, well, it's not the same. No, it's absolutely not the same features, but it is about the output window. So everything else that you're missing here will be set up here. So in this menu, having a disable button, now you can see that it's disabled by this eye. Of course, we are going to re-enable it. Stick to this displays view. I admit I don't know what it means, but this is this is what I like about Vimix. There's always something to discover. I will get into that and maybe tell you later in a later tutorial. Okay, just undo that. We can close this window, or we can have a quick look at the capture features. So Vimix has definitely some neat some neat features when it's about capturing or even streaming. Streaming is a whole other world that should be discussed separately. So I'm just going to mention it here. But what it does is you can stream your output. So if you're mixing into an output, you can stream that over an SRT broadcast. So this would mean another instance of Vimix on another computer in the same network would be able to receive your output. So yeah, just imagine what could be possible. Loopback camera would give a feedback from your output as a camera source, and SHM shared memory never dealt with it. Have to look into. So capture, you can record your output. You can say where it should record the file, where it should save the file. File name, duration, trigger. This is all about your saved output files. Have a look if you want to. I'm not going to explain that at the moment. So this is fairly it for the display window at the moment. And as I told you, the tools here, display was the first one. The tools that you can use here are pretty neat, even for debugging or just have a good idea what is going on your PC. Is your GPU, your CPU, your RAM? Is it somewhere on at the edge? Or gives you good information about your system with metrics. You can enable or disable what you want to see. I'm just going to show these all at once for the moment. Frames per second. See what your output is running at the moment in terms of frames per second. RAM, GPU. I think I don't have to explain. It's just having a little bit of insight on your system while using Vimix. So we are already using it for this session, and I will explain the terms later. Session is just your project. I would say project. So if you're mixing some sources together here and you save the file, it would be a project. It is called session in Vimix, so keep that in mind. Yeah, runtime, lifetime, just information. So I don't need these at the moment, runtime, lifetime, and even the session time. We can get rid of that. This is just about positioning this little window. You can have this on the bottom right, or you can have the free position, then you can move it. Okay, leave it as it is. And I will, so with F1, so as soon as you select the interface of Vimix, you can use F1 to hop into this mixing area. I call it mixing area. And this is where we are going to load sources. You are a little impatient about getting something a little bit more spectacular than we already have, right? Aren't you? Yeah. Stay with me. I promise the next one will have something a bit more spectacular.